This video will show you how to replace the rear exterior door handle on a Ford Transit-250. This will be mounted to your rear door. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. With the door in the open position, we're making our way inside the door jamb area here. So we're using a plastic trim tool so we can remove our plastic plug. Now you want to be careful, this might go shooting out. Just a quick inspection of that. We will be reusing it. Looking deep inside this area, you're going to find that you have a small T20 torque screw that we have to loosen just enough that we can remove our outside bezel. So I'm using a T20 bit driver so I can make my way deep in this area. As I mentioned, I'm loosening this. While I'm doing so, I'm taking hold of the bezel for the door handle. I'm wiggling until it comes loose and I can remove it. Slide that bezel out of there. We'll continue on with the door handle next. As far as the handle itself, you should be able to pull it out, but what we actually need to do is continue on sliding it towards this port. There's our seal. We'll remove that as well. Roll that right out of place. There it is, friend. Now, one of our seals did come off when I was removing the handle. The other stayed in place, so I'm just going to carefully remove the next one here. We'll just work that out of position. Set that aside for disposal. Now, prior to installation of any brand new part, let's make sure we clean and inspect our mounting area. Obviously, it's your vehicle. Clean it as well as you deem fit. Just a quick inspection. Make sure nothing's rotted and weak. This looks good. Now it's time for our seals. Looking along the inboard side, you're going to find that you have several locking tabs. Those need to fit into this area. You can start on whichever way you want here. I'm going to line up the tabs, press them in. Now we have our next seal. Same thing, locking tabs along the back side. Start it in from one side, pressing those tabs behind the door. Now it's time for installation of the brand new outside door handle. We'll start with this portion of the handle. Now you can see that we do have a hooked end that will have to slide inside of this port, and then we're resting the other portion inside. One thing that I would note, if you were looking deep inside of here, there is an area that the hooked end of the handle needs to fit around. Looking deep inside there, you can see it. So coming in at an angle. Let's install our protective cover. The next thing we need to do is test the functionality of the door handle prior to shutting the door. Now, before we shut the door, the next thing we have to do is test the functionality of the outside door handle in comparison to our latch. Now, I'm using a 1/4-inch extension. The 1/4-inch extension would act as the striker, which is attached to the other rear door. When you close the door, that striker would go inside of the latch and it would hold steady. Now, at this point, if I was to try opening the door without pulling on the handle, the latch does not release. With the door in the unlocked position, let's go ahead and pull on that outside handle and make sure that this does release. Let's test it one more time here. I'm applying pressure and it releases. Go ahead and test the functionality by opening and closing the door. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.